Now is the most contentious debate of the week, and we are hearing that Narendra Modi government is gearing up to bring as many as 40 amendments to the 1995 Waqf Act, which will redefine the powers enjoyed by the Waqf Board. Sources are telling Times Now on Friday the Union Cabinet approved these amendments to the Act. What are these amendments all about? Let's break them down for you. As per these proposed amendments, the claims of properties made by the Waqf boards will be mandatorily verified. Similarly, mandatory verification has also been proposed for disputed properties of the Waqf board. The proposed amendments also aim to give representation to women in the Central Waqf Council as well as in the state boards to promote inclusivity. We are also hearing that the government considered involving district magistrates in the monitoring of Waqf properties to prevent misuse of assets. The Modi government's decision to bring amendments to the Waqf Act, which gave unfettered powers to the Waqf board to lay claim over properties solely on the basis of its thinking, has triggered a political storm. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi and members of the AIMPLB are questioning the intent behind this move. Owaisi is in fact calling it a conspiracy by the BJP and RSS to snatch properties belonging to Muslims.
मोदी सरकार ये चाह रही है कि पूरे वक्फ बोर्ड की प्रॉपर्टीज को छीन लिया जाए, इनको मुसलमानों से छीन लिया जाए, और वो थ्रेटन कर रहे हैं वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टीज का जो कंट्रोल है वक्फ बोर्ड्स के ऊपर, ताकि उसमें तमाम लीगल एम्बिग्युइटीज पैदा हो जाना और इससे और वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टीज का नुकसान होगा। तो अब ये कंप्लीट सिस्टम को जब ये लोग अगर मीडिया रिपोर्ट्स सही है चेंज करना चाह रहे हैं, उसमें कुछ ये करना चाहे, तो कोई भी आगे बढ़कर प्रॉपर्टीज को वक्फ नहीं करेगा।
वक्फ बोर्ड का जो नियम है, कानून है, वो इसी तरह से बनाया गया है क्योंकि वक्फ बोर्ड की जमीन वंस से वक्फ ऑलवेज वक्फ। उसका मतलब ये होता है कि एक बार जो प्रॉपर्टी वक्फ में डिक्लेयर हुई है वो हमेशा के लिए वक्फ में ही रहेगी। मुझे पता नहीं है अभी का जो कानून है वो वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टियों को सुरक्षा प्रदान करता है। वक्फ के नियम के अनुसार, वक्फ के एक्ट के हिसाब से उस वक्फ की प्रॉपर्टी को कोई गलत तरीके से बेच नहीं सकता।
संविधान ने जो शहरियों को बराबरी का कि उनकी इज्जत नफ्स का हर एक का सम्मान किया जाए, और सिर्फ प्रोपेगेंडा करना कि साहब कोई भी जो है किसी भी प्रॉपर्टी को जो है वक्फ बोर्ड वाले कह देते हैं हमारी है, ऐसा कौन कहता है? कोई मस्जिद का इमाम या मदरसे का मोहतरम थोड़ी कहता है। वक्फ कमिश्नर सरकार का मातहत एक अफसर होता है, IAS रैंक का अफसर होता है, गजेटेड ऑफिसर होता है। वो सारे कागजात को, सारे सबूतों को देखने के बाद जो वक्फ एक्ट 1995 जो है उसके अकॉर्डिंग या उससे पहले 1960 में जो चीजें कही गई हैं उसके मुताबिक जो है वो कही जाती हैं चीजें।
Issues with the management of the Waqf. It's not that there haven't been issues. Okay, there have been encroachments by people, there have been properties that have been misnamed as Waqf, as well as properties that are Waqf that have been taken over by people. Don't really know what is it that the government wants to change. See, any bill that comes up always had a purpose and a spirit of a bill. And then it is translated into the various provisions of the law. In this case, first of all, why does the government want to modify? What are the provisions they are bringing in? That is something we need to see. Problem with the BJP is that whenever they indulge in any administrative or legal issue or regulatory issue, when it concerns communities that they normally target because of their politics, especially their communal politics, we find that it is communalism and their political gain that becomes more important than the merit of what they want to bring in. And very often we have seen that.
आपने देखा होगा कि हिंदू के नाम से केंद्र की सरकार आई, राज्य में देवेंद्र फडणवीस की सरकार हिंदू के नाम से अपने को देखने मिली। जो हिंदू के मंदिर थे उनको भी सरकार के कब्जे में इन लोगों ने लिया। फिर अपना सिद्धि विनायक जी हो, शिरडी के साईं बाबा जी हो, हमारे पंढरपुर के विठल भगवान जी हो, सब मंदिरों को इन लोगों ने सरकार के कब्जे में लिया। तो हिंदू को नहीं छोड़ा तो ये मुस्लिमों को छोड़ने वाले हैं क्या?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी न तो हिंदुओं के साथ न्याय कर पा रही है, न तो अल्पसंख्यकों के साथ न्याय कर पा रही है। जब से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को पूरे देश में अल्पसंख्यकों ने वोट नहीं दिया, तब से उनके पीछे पड़ गई है। चाहे उत्तर प्रदेश हो, चाहे महाराष्ट्र हो, चाहे जहां बीजेपी हारी है, बस केवल अल्पसंख्यकों को कोसना, उनको गालियां देना, उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करना, उसी में उलझी हुई। आप अब कोई चुनाव जीतने वाले नहीं, क्योंकि न तो हिंदू आपके साथ है और न तो अल्पसंख्यक आपके साथ है।
Now, while politics rages on over reports that say that Modi government is planning to amend 1995 Waqf Act, let's tell you why this act has been criticized as one that is against secular tenets of our constitution. Why is this act called the one that gives unfettered powers to the Waqf board? Here's a look at those provisions that have been generating a lot of consternation. Here is the Section 3 of Waqf Act 1995, some of the provisions that are now under scrutiny. Waqf board won't require to show any proof of ownership. It can just stake claim to any of the properties that it wants to. If Waqf board claims a property, owner cannot go to court. He cannot exercise his right to legal processes. He has to go to the Waqf board itself. He can only approach the Waqf tribunal court in case of an objection to the claim being laid on his property. Incumbent on the owner to prove land ownership. Now, generally what happens in case of a case is that somebody who is the perpetrator, the onus is on him to prove that he hasn't done anything wrong. Here, it is on the victim who has to prove that he is actually the victim in this case. Now, if Waqf, this is Section 85 once again of the 1995 Act. If Waqf is not satisfied, the owner can be asked to vacate land. So, if you have a grouse against the Waqf, it is the Waqf that is going to decide whether your grouse is genuine or not. Decision of the Waqf tribunal will be final and binding. There is no other recourse that the victim can resort to. Now, those calling for the repeal of this act, of the 1995 Act, have also highlighted that there are multiple Muslim majority countries like Turkey, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan and Iraq that have no Waqf board or their equivalents. You have all these countries where the majority population is Muslim, but nobody has ever thought of coming up with a provision that has such sweeping powers as the one that are encapsulated under the Waqf Board Act in India. Waqf Board also is amongst India's third largest landholder after Defence Forces and Indian Railways. How much property do all of them have? The number one landlord in India is the Forces. They have 17.99 lakh acres of land under their aegis. Land owned by the Railways stands at 12.09 lakh acres. Land owned by the Waqf at number 3 is over 8 lakh acres. How did they come into possession of property of that level? That's the big question right now. Now, over the years, the claims over properties made by the Waqf board have led to multiple controversies. This year, in May itself, villagers in Maharashtra have complained about their property being taken away. We'll tell you about that and other instances. First, listen into the reactions.
सबसे पहले तो हम भारत सरकार का, आदरणीय मोदी जी का और एनडीए सरकार का धन्यवाद करेंगे और इसका बिल का स्वागत करेंगे अगर ये बिल आ जाता है, क्योंकि उत्तर प्रदेश से मिलाकर पूरे देश में लाखों संपत्तियां वक्फ की हैं और उसमें लोगों को न्याय नहीं मिल पा रहा है। निरंकुश वक्फ बोर्ड हैं, वो अपनी शक्तियों से ऊपर उठकर लोगों को परेशान करते हैं। तमाम ऐसी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, तमाम ऐसे मसले हैं जो सीधे शासन के पास आना चाहिए। अब कोई भी मसला आप वक्फ बोर्ड लेकर नहीं जाएंगे, आप पहले शासन के, हमारे जो प्रशासन के अधिकारी हैं उनके पास लाएंगे, आप वो बताएंगे, अवगत कराएंगे, शासन को अवगत कराएंगे।
Well, what the cabinet has decided, it's not yet very much there on the public platform. But as far as the Waqf board goes, well, you see, this demand has been pending for the last 30, 40 years. I mean, lakhs of, forget about other families, I'll say lakh of Muslim families are only demanding that Waqf shouldn't be given such rights that they can just claim any property they want to. So this is a pertaining demand, and anything which is for the betterment of the people, it should be supported and it should be given a go-ahead. Even during UPA times, we have seen many much demands of like changes in the Waqf board should be made, and it has been done by the various prominent Muslim organizations only. So let's not see through the prism of, again, communalism. It should be as how we can improve the system better. And I think Every opposition party should support this if this bill comes up.
Now, over the years, the claims over properties that have been made by the Waqf Board have led to multiple controversies. I told you about some of the examples. Let's go through all of them one by one. Now, in Kolhapur, in Maharashtra, in May just this year, villagers have accused the Waqf Board of grabbing land next to Mahadev Temple. In Surat in Gujarat, in November 2021, head office of Surat Municipal Corporation was claimed as Waqf property, a government property being claimed as Waqf property. In Tamil Nadu, in August 2023, Waqf Board had claimed ownership of a village in Erode district. Then, again in Tamil Nadu, in January 2023, 50 plus acres of agricultural land that belonged to farmers, TN Waqf Board had laid stake to that property as well. Now, all these disputes, remember, the victims are at a clear disadvantage according to the current provisions of law because, as I told you earlier, the only thing they can do to oppose this is to go to the Waqf Tribunal, which is in the first place the one who is inflicting this injustice on them. And now there are those who are speaking both in favor and against the amendments that have been proposed.
ये तमाम चीजें जो है मुसलमान के लिए हैं, इसलिए मैं मुसलमानों से अपील करना चाहता हूं कि मुसलमानों अपने वक्फ को बचाने के लिए, अपनी मस्जिदों को बचाने के लिए संवैधानिक तरीके से, जो संविधान ने हमें इजाजत दी है, उस तरीके से अपना एहतजाज दर्ज कराना पड़ेगा। इसलिए संवैधानिक तरीके से बगैर किसी की संपत्ति को नुकसान पहुंचाए हमें इन बिलों की मुखालफत करनी पड़ेगी।
अमेंडमेंट एक प्रक्रिया है जो समय समय पर होती रहती है। जब पिछली मर्तबा जब दूसरी सरकारें थी, जब भी संशोधन हुआ था, तो जब संशोधन हुआ था तब ओवैसी साहब ने क्या कहा था, हर चीज का विरोध नहीं करना चाहिए, उस पर चर्चा करनी चाहिए और उस पर राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए।
My colleague Mohit now joins us for more. Mohit, there have been a lot of speculations around when is this bill actually going to be tabled in the parliament. Do we know anything about that?
Well, Priya, as of now, the top sources have confirmed to us that there is no specific date when this bill will be tabled. But yes, Times Now has got exclusive details that what exactly could be the changes, the new provisions in this particular bill. Now, what we are being told is that new bill will have only Muslims that can create Waqf properties. Now, according to the sources, after the 2013 amendment, somebody who is not even a practicing Muslim, they can also have a connivance with the Waqf Board and they can stake claim on any property. That will end now. Also, the biggest talking point, the Sabka Saath and how the women empowerment is taking place with this bill is that there will be 2 women members who will be the part of Waqf Board in the state. There are around 30 Waqf Board as of now in various states, and 2 women will be part of every single Waqf Board. As of now, not a single woman is a part of the Waqf Board, and the Central Council of the Waqf Board will also have women members. Now, also that as we were discussing earlier, as you were saying in your package also, that if there is a case, somebody says that they want to contest the claims by the Waqf Board, there was a tribunal which was headed by, and the investigation was headed by the Waqf Board only, and it cannot go to any center, state or government or to the judiciary. But now what we are being told is that if there is any discrepancy, then a proper verification will be done and there will be a provision that courts can act in this particular point. Now also, the places where you don't have any Waqf Board can now go to tribunal, which is not the case now. Now, the government sources also say that they are committed for gender justice, and that is why perhaps mostly poor women, children were bereft of their rights under this Waqf rule. But now they will be given equal rights. And also, the question is that this particular bill will specifically talk about the verification of the claims of the Waqf Board. Now, as of now, Waqf Board can go to any property, say that it's a Waqf property, and then it's incumbent upon the person who has that property to prove to Waqf Board that it is not the Waqf Board property, but it's a person's property. Now, if that happens, there is no tribunal. But in this case, under new provisions, a tribunal would be there. And as I said, 2 women members will be part of every single state Waqf board.
It will go beyond the thinking of certain people sitting on a board when it comes to staking claim to a property. Thank you for joining us, Mohit, with those details. Now, what exactly is this Waqf Act that has suddenly made it to the headlines and controversies? Now, the first time this act came into being was back in 1954. It was replaced by a newer version later in 1995, about 40 years after it first came into being. Jawaharlal Nehru had spearheaded the first Waqf Act. It was passed in 1954, and then it was aimed to create a centralized Islamic endowment administration. So what happened was, after partition, a lot of Muslims had left their property. This act wanted to consolidate all those properties under one body. In 1995, however, more powers were granted to Waqf boards under the new act. This was brought under P.V. Narasimha Rao's government at that point. 2006, such a panel report has said that the value of Waqf properties is around 1.2 lakh crores. Now remember, this is the number that was put to the property's value back in 2006. In 2013, there were more amendments, again under a Congress government, that were made to this act that gave extensive powers to acquire properties to the Waqf board. The word unfettered, that refers to most of these provisions. In 2014, Congress transferred 123 prime properties in the national capital to the Waqf board. Imagine the value that property would have in today's day and age. Waqf board has authority to claim properties in the name of Muslim charity as well. Anything that has been donated to them comes under their property. Currently, there are over 8,54,509 properties under the Waqf boards across India, and this is data that you will find on the Waqf website itself, which also says once a Waqf, always a Waqf. But perhaps with the new amendments coming into being, that is going to change. With that, we wrap up this segment. Do watch us for a debate